Hey there, welcome to a guide of how to do an oil change on a Mercedes GLK. It's super easy, as you can see I'm doing it on the side of a road. Save yourself some money. Let's walk you through it. So you've got that central front pad, so you can put a jack underneath there, lift both of the wheels off the floor at the same time, and then jack stands underneath. Now if you have a oil drain tub that is a low enough profile, you can probably do this. Forgive the leak, I've just filled up the washer, the windscreen washer, and overfilled it, so that's now leaking its way out. You can probably do this oil change with the car actually on the ground, but just so I've got more access to film, I've lifted it up right now. So next I have to undo these little 8s which keep the actual engine cover on, and there's about 8,000 of them. It's not actually that one, actually it's the ones that are slightly further back. Yeah, there's like 8,000 of them, so I'm going to be here a while, so I'll take that off next. Engine cover is now off, and there may not have been 8,000 bolts, there may have just been 8, but a similar amount. 8,000, kind of the same thing. So spin it back underneath, and then we have the oil drain, which is right there, and that's a 13. So that is next. This is another advantage of mail order shopping, lots of cardboard boxes. So I've just where is he, unsnapped that 13 there and put a piece of cardboard in the direction to which I think the oil is going to jettison and go all over the road, which always happens. So just undo that nut and then it'll start to drain. Back up on top now, and what I said before is the oil drain nut, wrong, it's the oil drain bolt. Just don't expect a nut, it's a bolt. So remove the front part of the engine cover, and that there is the oil filter. Unscrew it, and there's a cartridge type insert type oil filter in there. So usually for cartridge oil filters like the Saab that I used to have, there's a big nut shaped thing on the top, so you can just use a socket and undo it. Hey gardeners. There's usually a nut on top, so you can just undo it with a socket, and obviously Mercedes didn't do that, and it's 25 Newton meters, so it's kind of tight. So I didn't have anything like that, and AutoZone didn't have anything like that either, so I ended up having to use these things, and you know, and wrapped it with cloth, with a towel to not damage it. And it's made a mark, but you know, there's no perforations or damage or leakage or anything like that, so it's fine this time. But the next time I've seen a filter removal tool that is like on the end of like a socket extension that is like seatbelt material that tightens and tightens and tightens as you tighten your ratchet, so I'm definitely going to get that for next time. And here is a filter. So the deal that I got from AutoZone was mobile oil and a mobile filter, which is this, which is slightly different in design to the original. I'm just trying to figure out if the ends are any different. It doesn't look like it, but that's got writing on the top, so I'm just going to be really careful to see what this end looks like and make sure it all goes back on the right way. And then we've got 3 O-rings to replace, that one, and that one. So in the new oil filter packet you get your new O-rings. Just put some of the new oil into a cap and lube them up. Fiddly to get on, but you know, whatever. So the writing on the top of this oil filter was at that end, like that. So that writing I'm going to put at this end of the filter housing. Then it slides on pretty easy. There's no clicks or pops on the Saab that my wife used to have. You used to have to push it really hard and the filter would click into place. This just seats itself and that's ready to go back in. And there we have it. That's basically the oil change for the GLK. And I did go out and buy the proper tool from AutoZone to undo the oil filter housing. So it is a short built, and it's a 25401. So then you put your ratchet drive in there and an extension, and you'll be able to undo your oil filter and torque it properly. So we'll be using that next time. So yeah, that's basically it. One of the easiest oil changes you can do. 13mm for the oil drain, about 7.5 litres of oil. Perfect. So that's an oil change on this is actually a 2011 Mercedes GLK 350.